First off tonight, a clash between Gaston County and Governor Roy Cooper over the order to stay home.
Gaston County commissioners touted a proclamation that would have allowed businesses to reopen tonight while defying the governor's executive order. But now some are trying to clarify what they meant by that. This morning, they released an order that they called the Gaston Promise. But hours later, they released this revised version, clarifying that residents and businesses are still subject to the governor's order. But the original intent was publicized.
I would be derelict in my duty if I got up here and continued to support something that the data, the capacity does not lend itself to.
Well, this is what the state's coronavirus task force had to say about that.
We're in a crisis, and I think confusion is really damaging.
Lemon is joining us live now. He's been on this story all day to explain exactly what's happening here and exactly what people and businesses in Gaston County need to know. Ken?
And it's more than people and businesses. Law enforcement officials I spoke to, they were not happy. They say that this confused people who clearly heard commissioners say that they would reopen business in Gaston County at 5 o'clock today. That was wrong, despite some strong comments from commissioners today.
It's not right.
This morning, Chairman Tracy Philbeck said businesses are folding under the governor's stay-at-home order, and Gaston County commissioners have the moral obligation to tell them it's okay to reopen. When I pressed him on it, asking whose order should police follow, he argued local governing bodies have the power to decide.
If you look at the governor's order, he says that local authorities will define enforcement.
So I went to the district attorney, who told me, I think what Tracy has done is unfair to police and has put police in a very awkward position. Sources tell me that leaders in cities in Gaston County have been buzzing with calls from people wondering when they can reopen. Late today, the town of Stanley put out a notice warning people to follow the governor's order, wording that now also appears in the county's order, but commissioners presented the impression that they were allowing people to go back to work, and the chairman even challenged the governor to intervene.
If the governor wants to come to Gaston County with the big heavy-handed approach of government.
Then later today, a clarification, and the chairman went live on Facebook saying that he would stand with anyone arrested for reopening before the governor's deadline. So what is at stake if you follow what commissioners say and you are arrested? Well, it is a misdemeanor charge. That means there is no jail time, but the DA says that you will have a conviction on your record, and that could go against you. You could even lose your job, Scott.
Sounds like the debate is far from over on this one. Thank you. Ken Lemon live tonight. Thanks, Ken.